Welcome to Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball, fueled by Gatorade. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in Dallas, Texas. We take you to Fair Park Coliseum as Week 1 wraps up in Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. The leaderboard is going to be shaken. Team Mitchell, Team Hull, both teams looking for their first victory of opening weekend. There is urgency for both captains, Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull. We welcome you courtside, Brendan Glasheen, the Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops. We have Ari Chambers on the sideline. We saw both of these teams yesterday have better second halves. Cheryl, they just got to find a way to win a game.
Absolutely. It is day 3. Both teams are trying to walk out of here with a W. They need to come out. They need to get off to a quick start, throw it up. Let's see what happens.
Kelsey Mitchell, her first pick was Air Hearn, and wow, she has lived up to the billing. 20 points yesterday, a new career high, and was efficient doing it.
Yeah, Air Hearn was big for Team Mitchell yesterday, finishing with 20 points, 18 boards, because she flat out just got it done in all facets of the game, just penetrating, kicking. Oh, wait a minute. Nice little step back, hit it from deep, and then turning her defense into offense, running through passing lanes, taking it coast to coast for a nice, easy 2. Air Hearn needs to be big for Team Mitchell. And for Team Hull, Lexi Hull showed up and showed out yesterday, knocking it down from deep and also showing us why she was the Defensive Player of the Year last year. Nice blocks, finishing strong through contact and one nice little pump fake finish. Lexi Hull needs to be big for her team for them to get a win today.
She had 19 of her 24 points in the second half. Came alive. Team Hull, Team Mitchell in search of their first wins of opening weekend. Lineups and tip-off next. Let's present today's starting lineups. A wrinkle for Team Mitchell. Letitia Amihir will come off the bench, and AU veteran Ty Young, who finished top 30 in the leaderboard rankings last year, gets the start with Segrist at center. So a little less size in the starting 5 for Team Hull. They have Lexi out there, of course, the captain, Essence, Carson, Haley Jones, Grace Berger, and Teresa Plaisance. What do you think the change, Cheryl?
Listen, I like it. When you come in with a game plan and it doesn't go as planned, sometimes you got to shake things up. Maybe Tiffany Mitchell's looking for a little veteran leadership by adding Ty Young in the starting lineup.
Haley Jones, smooth, often the first one to score for Team Hull. So effective.
I think that happened in game 1, game 2, and today. Haley Jones
right.
Scoring the first bucket for Team Hull.
Segrist connects. Team Mitchell 1 for 1 from deep.
Yeah, you have to know that both of these teams understanding what's at stake, sense of urgency. They're both 0-2. They want to finish the week off strong.
Zia Cook motors ahead, drew the foul, counted and 1. Well, the tradition here at Fair Park Coliseum, everybody stands before the first basket. In the first 54 seconds, 3 makes for both teams.
Well, Zia Cook doing what Zia Cook does really well, pushing in transition, taking the contact, able to finish, going to the free throw line.
First year in AU out of South Carolina, WNBA stop, the Los Angeles Sparks. 11 points a game, about 6 boards for Zia Cook in the first 2 games of week 1. Essence Carson tees up a 3. Long rebound to Cook. And Cheryl, what's fascinating, we know neither team has won a game yet this weekend. Those are worth 180 points on the leaderboard, but neither team has won the opening quarter, so something's got to give.
Unless there was a tie, but you know, I won't say that. But the thing is, I actually talked to Lexi Hall before the game, and she was just talking about what they needed to do was try to come out, jump on Team Mitchell early, as Kelsey Mitchell knocks down a 3, but try to jump on Team Mitchell early, get a little bit of momentum going into the second quarter, and try to come out of here with the win the first quarter.
That is a promising start for Kelsey Mitchell. 2 for her first, 13 from deep this weekend. 1 for 1 today. Jones on the attack, falling away, left the jumper short. Ty Young is there.
Now, and you know Kelsey Mitchell's going to come out looking for hers today. She only finished 1 of 7 yesterday from 3, which is so unlike Kelsey Mitchell.
Both teams trailed by double digits in the first half of their games. Team Mitchell went down 35 to Team Gray, and a 19-point deficit for Lexi Hull's squad. They made a valiant comeback. Segrist on the break. It's good attention to detail by Berger to just get a hand in there defensively. But turned over. Hearn bounce feed. Segrist off the mark again.
Lids on the bucket with these layups.
Now, Cheryl, I would also like to think that fatigue could be setting in too, right? Getting back on defense is going to be crucial. 3rd game in 4 days.
Yeah, and even though they didn't come out with a win, both teams have played exceptionally hard in the other 2 games. So absolutely, it's day 3. They're playing hard, doing a lot of up and down. So fatigue and legs could play a huge factor in the game today.
Zaya Cook hits the 3rd 3 of the first quarter for Team Mitchell. Those are 30 points apiece. An 8-point lead for Kelsey Mitchell's squad. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Game day trip for some of the athletes walking into the arena. How important was game day drip for Cheryl Swoops
A little different.
back in the day?
It was a little different back in the day than it is today. But listen, these women are fly. And this is, I know the game's important, but that's one of the most important parts of the day, is the walk-in, the tunnel fits, or the sidewalk fit, whatever you want to call it. I enjoy watching it.
Look good, feel good.
That's what they say.
Here's the overview of Athletes Unlimited Season 3. This is day 3 of week 1. 40 athletes, an innovative scoring system. This is something we'll spend some time on today. The top 4 scorers are elected captains at the beginning of each week. Implications playing a huge part in our second game today between Team Gray and Team Sims. Several players atop the leaderboard. Burgers pull up. Lexi Hull on the O-Glass has been there all day, touches every bit of the iron.
Lexi just does a great job of offensively and defensively just moving without the basketball, crashing the offensive boards. Did a nice job of rebounding that and keeping it high so the defense couldn't take it away.
Much needed basket, and Hull scores once again.
It's a little bit how she got started yesterday. Offensive rebound, put back, and then it just kind of fueled her fire. Lexi had an unbelievable game yesterday. 24 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. That is a nice stat line.
Kelsey Mitchell from deep, splash. Second 3 for Kelsey Mitchell. We're showing the leaderboard live to you in your living room. The top 20 entering today, the final day of week 1, all belong to the orange and gold teams. And both of those teams are 2-0. Team Mitchell has already connected 4 times from distance. They made just 3 threes, 14%. Make it triple number 5. Zaya Cook in the kitchen.
I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but the fact that her head coach is sitting with the Los Angeles Sparks is sitting courtside might have a little something to do with Zaya Cook having the type of game she's having.
Whew. Zaya Cook, just 22% from the floor in the first 2 games, has had opportunities on the fast break. Some open shots, they're starting to fall. Siegrist wants a turn. Crafty on the block. Team Mitchell came ready to go.
Yeah, that's a nice take by Maddie Siegrist, though.
Squad in purple shooting 54%, 7 of their first 13. A wrinkle in the starting 5 with Ty Young in there. Letitia Ami here is coming off the bench today. Jones, the rebound on the Cook miss. Lexi Hull pouncing, spinning. Rebound Young. There's no question, Lexi is hunting for her shot as she did in the second half last night.
Air her, nice take. Well, you know, it's interesting because we've been having the conversation about how being a captain could affect different players in different ways. So I had a conversation with Lexi before the game, just talking to her about, you know, is it what she thought to be a captain? And she said it is, but it's a lot more stressful than she thought it was going to be because she's so concerned and worried about getting players in and running plays for players and running practices that it's taken away a little bit from her game. But the second half yesterday and today, she has forgotten about being a captain, and she's just playing basketball.
For such a young league, you got to start somewhere, right? Odyssey Sims has been a captain 8 times, and she seems to have mastered the craft of wearing 3 different hats at once. Cook just got fouled. Let's welcome in the 3rd member of our team for the first time today, Ari Chambers.
Hey, y'all, how y'all feeling today?
We're great. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excellent. I love that y'all are getting Lexi her shine because she came in here a little bit more confident. We were talking last game about how she's kind of lost herself in trying to be a leader, and she said that she wanted to really focus more on playing her game and really get she knows that all the different captains lead in a different way, but captain styles might be different, but for her, she just needs to focus inward and really, really carry her team and lead by example.
All right, that is so good and so true because when I was talking to her before the game, you know, she said being a captain and here at AU, I'm having to do things differently than I do with my team at Indiana She said, in being here, being that vocal leader and telling players where to go and what to do, she said, that's not who I am. And it took away from her a little bit in game one. But I think she's settling into that role, and she looks really good today.
That's something that AU does. It stretches you. And because every possession counts, because every team is different every single week, and because people might step into those captain roles and not necessarily want them, right?
Yeah.
And so she's had to push herself as a leader, so completely agreed.
All right, great stuff. And for Lexi Hull to win MVP 1, there are 3 MVPs given out at the end of each game. She captured the first place MVP, which you get 90 points for, and her team lost the game. Mitchell, that was halfway down. It pinballs out. Lexi Hull, the hustle.
Right on time.
And gets fouled. Hull with 9 of her team's 15 points. Zaya Cook has 11 here in the first quarter. As we mentioned off the top, neither team has won a first quarter yet this year in week 1 of AU.
Which is crucial, and especially with today being game 3, we're going into draft tomorrow. You know, every quarter win is 60 points per player. You know that both teams want to walk out of here not only with the dub, but also winning quarters today.
Hull connects, already in double figures. Had just 5 of her 24 in the first half yesterday. Lexi Hull starts to climb. Live in-time leaderboard update, up to 17th place.
And I'm loving this matchup with Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell. You know they do a lot of that in the W with their Indiana Fever team.
There is some friendly W competition. Cole up fake, drew the defender, and got hit.
Nice shot fake. Taj Cole, nice shot fake. Gets the defender in the air, is able to go by her defender and draw the foul. It's simple. Oh, show it. Oh, no, I'm not shooting that. Put it down, get the defender in the air, go by her, able to draw the foul. I think and I've said this, the shot fake, the ball fake, the pump fake, it's a lost art.
Why do you think that is?
It's not, well,
She
no,
put the
well,
pen down.
I will say this, because it's not flashy, right? Like, there's nothing exciting about it. So a lot of players have just gotten away from it. And the other part is players think they're faster, they're quicker, so they can just go by you without, you know, using a lot of the fundamentals. But I'm old school, I like it.
But there's room for both, I think, would be the message that your overall point is to younger players.
And lots of times, especially if you're not quicker than your defender, or even just to throw the defense off. A nice little look away, ball fake, get the defender moving one way, go the other way, makes it a lot easier.
Remains Team Hull ball, down by 9, 4 seconds to shoot. Hebert, who was great off the bench yesterday, Ruthie Hebert, a double-double off the bench, 11 points, 10 boards, a couple of block shots. Taj Cole at the controls, zips it over the shoulder. Siegrist in traffic.
Nice.
Rebound down to Dory Harrison. Siegrist. Not shy to fire. Maddie Siegrist with 7.
Team Mitchell, they're really looking to push the basketball in transition and get some easy points early in their offense.
Much better start to the day. They finished shooting just 37% from the floor against Team Gray at 47% here in the opening quarter. Yeah, the first defensive 3-second call of the weekend. Against Team Mitchell, so Lexi Hull heads to the line, 2 for 2 today, 7 of her first 8 coming in. I swear it happens every single time. So 1 free throw and possession. Team Hall down 11 points. Can Team Mitchell get over that first quarter hump and get a first quarter win? Mincy, smooth release on the block.
Nice use of the ball screen, going left, using her left hand for an easy finish.
Ami here like a Swiss Army knife, looked around the ball screen that she set. Harrison saves it, still 7 to shoot. Cole, why not? Lexi Hull today, 4 of 6. The rest of her team, just 4 of 13 shooting. Hebert. Here comes Soraya McGuire. Dishes, Harrison. Transition at its finest. Shot clock has been turned off. Team Mitchell with a much better start. They trailed by 35 points at one point in their game yesterday, and they dropped 30 for now on Team Hall. 2 seconds, Mincy, shot fake, leaned in. It appears she did not get it off in time. They will take a look during the quarter break.
Just give it to her. It was a nice shot fake, give it to her.
Cheryl's so proud. Let's take another look at it for our purposes. So after review, no basket is the word from the scorers table. End of 1 here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas. Team Mitchell, each of their players awarded 60 points for their first quarter win of the weekend. Lexi Hull doing her thing, though, to keep the blue squad in striking distance. She has 11. Team Mitchell with an 11-point advantage at the end of 1, so 60 points awarded to each of their 10 players. Let's go into the game now with the Air National Guard. Here is the captain of Team Hull, Lexi Hull.
There we go, Blue. Step up. Nice, Grace. Hi, how are you doing? I'm good, how are you? Good. Good. I can buy myself flowers. Here
right, Lexi enjoys the Miley hits.
I like that song too.
It's
but
great.
listen, if basketball doesn't work out, Lexi might have some pipes. I don't know. I can't tell. I love how vocal she is. And even though she says that's not who she is, that's not her role, she's wearing that captain hat pretty good this week.
But isn't that the goal of Athletes Unlimited? You uncover more aspects about your game, on and off the court, and maybe she has found a voice, and it all takes one weekend to be comfortable with that position.
Absolutely. And then to be able to go back to her WNBA team and be that vocal leader that the Fever will need.
Many young leaders emerging with that franchise. Siegrist, that was smooth. 9 points for Siegrist. We just checked the leaderboard during the break, making moves up the board to 17th. Plaisance off the mark from 3. Team Mitchell pushing tempo, trying to keep Team Hull off balance. 13-point lead. Ami here. Stops, pops, too strong. Great save by Dory Harrison. Team Hull keeps possession. Cole and McGuire check out for Team Mitchell. And Air Hearn guards the inbound with Zaya Cook returning. An excellent first quarter for Cook. Here's Cook. Team Hull adjusts on the screen. Cook fakes the pull-up. Siegrist. Hook. Offensive rebound. Put back is good.
Maddie Siegrist is on another level today. Just looking to be very aggressive offensively. Offensive rebounding.
Cheryl, I've been very impressed with the first-year bigs in AU. Siegrist, Enksler we'll see later today. Cook to the basket, untouched. And Letitia Ami here as well. They're different guards from the last couple of years in AU.
Absolutely. And, you know, typically when the last 2 seasons, there have been a lot of really good players. The majority of them are guards because we really haven't had a whole lot of bigs. But to your point, Enksler, Siegrist, Ami here, the 3 of them have been very impressive this first week here at AU.
Haley Jones, who plays that point forward role with her size, presents matchup problems.
There are several newcomers we could sit and have that conversation about, but I think just the addition of the newcomers, throwing them in and mixing them in with the vets that we have, to me, has already made AU that much more competitive.
Our first chair chat of the afternoon on this Sunday, day 3 of opening weekend. Taj Cole is joining us. How you doing?
I'm good. I mean, look at purple today.
Taj, do you recall our conversation yesterday? You were the star in the stands. Berger off the mark from 3. You had discussed what you thought Lexi Hull could do to change her game and help her team win.
And she did it right after. You see
I
that?
swear, exactly right. The minute you said something, that came out of nowhere. So
Yeah.
I hope that does not come back to bite you today.
Oh, no. When I was out there, she didn't score. I told her to.
Well, but because we know that's what you're going to do is lock somebody up.
That's right. No, this is 3rd day. It's impressive to see everybody get after it. I don't know if a lot of people know, but we play 3 games a week. So to see my team, after losing 2 games, come out here like this is great for us.
Yeah, that was going to be my question for you was, like what was the message from either from Kelsey or from the group as a whole coming into this game today?
This group, we have a lot of leaders, but we have also just like great people who have their own personalities. They're kind of quiet, but once we put our brains together and we're just like, look, we just need to relax and be ourselves and play together and stay positive. Sometimes it's hard to do that when you're losing. So today, that was our message in our little Slack group chat, like, let's just support each other and bring the best out of each other. And we came out on fire. So, man, we got to play better defense now, though. I'm about to get off this.
Okay, Taj, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It helps, too, the ball's going in today, right? The shots are going in.
No, it's going in for sure. Zaya, she's getting after it. Everybody as a whole. I love Dory Harrison, her minutes, man. She rebounds. Anytime she gets in, she's going to make an immediate impact.
Yeah, Dory plays hard.
Yes. Thank y'all so much.
Okay, Taj, thank you.
Yep.
Good stuff from Taj Cole. Natural in the chair, in the stands, and in the chair chat. You love to hear her mention that there are points, while it is an individually driven leaderboard, you rank 1 through 40, the top 4 that are named captains each week. We sound like broken records talking about it, but there has to be an element of team camaraderie to get the 60-point quarter wins, the 180-point win totals. You got to come together.
Well, I mean, yeah, because what you do individually, those individual stat points add up. But at the end of the day, to be able to walk out of here with 60 points per quarter if you win the quarter, 180 points if you win the game, add that to your individual stat points, plus if you happen to win MVP 1, 2, or 3, that could be a lot of points in one game.
Amihere hustle erupts back up. Hebert snatches the rebound as we come up on the midway point of the second quarter. Team Mitchell leads 39-25, and they lead the quarter as well, 9-6. Won the first quarter, 30-19. Haley Jones looking, scoops it up, and got fouled. We'll step aside here from Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas. Team Mitchell by 14.
First of its kind in this capacity to make this opportunity available, and me like launching into my first pro season as a professional athlete. I think this is the perfect like re-entry point. There's so many different levels of play, there's so many different levels of like the structure of how the points are scored, so it's just beautiful. I absolutely love it.
That was Dory Harrison actually talking to me as she's doing my face. That's right, she did my face for the broadcast. She is a makeup artist as well. But not only has she put her efforts into playing basketball, but she loves makeup so much. The full is on my TikTok, but she said she wanted to honor the fact that she's multi-talented and that she just really, really wants to just make sure she excels in everything. This is what she's called to do. And I don't know if you all know this. Actually, I know you don't. But she got in an accident in October and was actually not able to walk. And from that, she said that God told her to return back to the court and really fulfill her purpose. So it's a really touching story that she has. I asked her, you know, do you prefer basketball or makeup? And she said, I just like competition and I like performance. And so shout out to you, Dory Harrison, for being a wonderful light and just guiding all of us into a path of following your hopes and dreams.
Wow and wow. So my first wow is your face. She beat your face to pieces because you look gorgeous. But secondly, that story, I didn't know that. And to see her back out on this court doing what she loves to do besides makeup, that is a testimony in itself.
Yeah, Cheryl, it's even deeper than you think. She was riding in a car, and the tea spilled on her lap and burnt her so badly that she had to get skin grafts done. Could not walk in October, but she is very deeply rooted in her faith, and she said that God called her back to the court, and she's just being obedient in the talent that she has. And so I thought that was a very touching story, especially she's been dealing with loss her whole life, and to be surrounded by, despite having 12 siblings, being surrounded by such love and faith, it brings you back to where you feel like you belong is beautiful.
Oh my goodness. And I want to just add to anyone out there who's listening and hear that story, just know that anything is possible, right? Like just such a powerful story. And she's such a great person and great human. So no matter what it looks like, as long as you have faith and you believe, you can come back from anything.
And it must be great for Dory to have Izzy Harrison, her older sister, here at AU to welcome her into her first season. It's a talented group. 11 siblings. Izzy Ari is a personal stylist as well.
I wanted to add this one line that stuck with me, and I hope it sticks with everybody else. She said, Dory Harrison said, I touch a ball, I touch a brush, and I touch a Bible every single day. And as long as she does all three of those things, she's well set.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Thanks, Ari. Thanks, Dory.
Dory has performed well off the bench, as Taj Cole mentioned in the chair chat. 4 rebounds in 6 minutes. 2 points to show. And Team Mitchell has finally found its groove offensively. This is their best output since Thursday night when they took Team Sims down to the wire. Shot just 37% from the floor yesterday at 44% this afternoon. Cook with the jab step.
And it's nice when you can finally get shots to start falling. And when I look at Team Hall, Lexi Hall is doing all she can do to keep her team in this game. She needs to find someone that can help her on the offensive end right now.
Lexi Hull up to 13 points. Was a nice finish along the baseline on this side. Zia Cook, an excellent first half for Cook, who had 16.
Zia Cook just being extra aggressive with the basketball. Lexi Hall, a really good defender. Zia Cook able to get that overhaul and draw the foul.
Cook just matched her total she had on Thursday night at 16, but on 4 of 15 shooting. Tonight, 5 of 10 and 5 of 6 from the line. 2.5 remaining. Team Mitchell has a 5-point lead in this second quarter. 60 points to each individual on the winning team for quarters. Jones bounces it in. The contest. Ty Young got a piece. Mitchell got it.
She is so fast with the basketball in her hands. And to be able to go that fast and stop on a dime, nice pull-up.
The form was superb too. Third member of her team in double figures, Kelsey Mitchell. Young, a contested miss. The lead is 7 for Team Mitchell in the quarter. We talked about this earlier. Neither team had won a first quarter. The second quarter has been generous to both of them. It's when they've settled into games. Young thought she had a piece, but fouls Jones.
Ty Young in the game to do what she does well. That's defense. Nice block, getting it out quick to Kelsey Mitchell in transition. Just able to stop on a dime. Nice pull up over Haley Jones.
That's when Kelsey's at her best, right? The defense has no idea what she might do.
Yeah, when you're able to operate and move that quickly with the basketball in your hands and you're taking it at the defense, you got them back on their heels, you're able to stop, pull up without the defense being able to get there in time to stop you.
No doubt Kelsey Mitchell is hunting for her shot today. 4 of 5 from the floor. Just 32% coming into today. Siegrist can hit. Offensive rebound. 10 points per old board in AU. Cook in and out. Offensive rebound to Young. Kelsey Mitchell dancing and maneuvers out of traffic. Wants to work it back. Mitchell, deep three. There's Lexi Hull. Under a minute left in the first half. Lexi Hull, ooh, the crossover. Falling away.
Just couldn't get it to fall. Good push by Taj Cole.
Tried to reset that possession. Possible 2 for 1 for Team Hull. Down by 7 in the quarter. Roll by Jones. Rewarded for it. Couldn't bank it home, and the shot clock has been turned off. Team Hull, outside of Lexi, who is 5 of 8, they're shooting just 35% for the floor. Kelsey Mitchell just got hit with an 8-second violation.
That might be a first. Wow, I think everyone on Team Mitchell right now is surprised.
And that does not fit the challenge criteria. You have 2 challenges in AU, 1 in the first 38 minutes and 1 in the final 2 minutes. Clyde Mula and Kristen Esparza, Larry Linebaugh are officials today, by the way. Mitchell commits the foul, perhaps in frustration. Puts him over the limit, so Berger at the line. Grace Berger, WNBA teammate of her team captain, Lexi Hull, and also the captain of Team Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell. The heave from half court. Not going to go for Zia Cook. I give her credit for going for it, despite the fact you'll lose points
I wouldn't have.
on field goal tries. 2 quarter wins for Team Mitchell. Plus 11 in the first, plus 5 in the second. Kelsey Mitchell has got this squad intact. 48-32 at halftime. We'll come back and keep you covered here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas. Athletes Unlimited.
Welcome to the halftime at Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. We are live from Dallas, Texas, and that was big text that you saw right there as Team Mitchell leads Team Hull 48-32. And Lexi Hull, the captain of the week, is doing the best she can to keep this game close for her team. But you know what? She's a specialist, a defensive specialist, that is. Last season, she got Defensive Player of the Year. So let's hear from her about what it means to be so great defensively.
Defense wins games, and I was taught that starting in second grade.
The Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations to guard number 11, Lexi Hull.
It felt really good to kind of be recognized for the hard work that I do on the defensive side, and that's a part of my game that I've always taken very serious. I do feel like there's pressure from the outside, just saying like, oh, she's back to get it again, but I don't think personally that's ever been a goal of mine, or like I don't think I set out in a game to achieve a particular award. So hopefully my game just speaks for itself.
Lexi Hull steals leader at AU and comes through with a nice live ball turnover.
Defense really comes down to effort, and I think that that's something that I know that I bring. It's a big part of the game, and I feel like I just really lock in mentally when it comes to the defensive side.
As you can tell, Lexi loves defense. It's a big part of her game. She told me defense is something that she loves because it doesn't change, despite how you're performing offensively. But you know what? It doesn't really matter because today she's going off. But in her words, you can turn the ball over 5 times, but still have the capacity to get back on defense. It's something you can give complete effort toward, and that's exactly what she does. She gives complete effort. She takes pride in the one-on-one matchup aspect of defense as well. And Lexi, as the captain this week, has been focused on, herself in trying to have the best that she can, contributing to her team, looking inward. She feels like there's been added pressure, but it's fun to be in charge. So keep on the lookout for her continuing to lead in the second half. But when we come back from break, we'll get into the special NC State connection. But until then, enjoy Lexi Hull doing Lexi Hull things. Defense might be her specialty, but check her out on offense, going down there, killing it. You see our home there. Welcome back to Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. Checking back in at halftime. And as a reminder, Team Mitchell is leading Team Hull 48-32 right inside of this building. And on Team Mitchell, there's a third-year veteran for Athletes Unlimited named Akilah Mays, who happens to have a facilitator named Chastity Melvin. And there's a little NC State connection there. I went to NC State too, so this means a little bit more to me. So let's check out what Akilah has to say.
Chastity, that is my mentor, that is my big sister, that is my mom for basketball. I love her so much. We actually developed our relationship at NC State, and I asked her because she trained me personally, and ever since then, our one-on-one sessions, it really helped with my confidence. It took my basketball career to another level, I believe. Her as a facilitator, she is able to install confidence in players. And a lot of times we just need that voice of reasoning for us to reach our fullest potential. So I'm excited to have her beside me, hopefully most of the weeks. But if not, just being able to just talk to her, sit down with her, break down my game, it's just huge.
That's right, mentorship in basketball is so important. Akilah says that Chastity has been there and done that. We always want to learn from the pros that have been in the pros, right? Chastity has been right by Akilah's side despite the distance. She gets on film with her and is able to study overseas and local domestic games with her. And though she met Chastity at NC State her freshman year, she didn't really start working with her until her junior year, but it's been the connectivity since. And she thanks Chastity for plugging her name in the WNBA coaches' ears, because if you didn't know, Akilah's been in that Phoenix Mercury training camp before, and so we're all about Athletes Unlimited here, though, so let's take it a little bit back. Akilah's been focusing on playing the role that her teammates need her to play. She's placed emphasis on setting picks and getting her teammates open and bringing the energy to the team and listening. She enjoys that, listening to what facilitators say to her. But in addition, in year 3, she's working towards more of being a scorer. So ultimately, she wants to do what's best for the team, and she's done that. As a spark on the bench, as what they need on the court, it doesn't matter. But on the other side of the break, we're going to send it back to Brennan and Cheryl as Team Mitchell and Team Hull continue to battle it out.
contesting that we trust we have the backside help. Because there's a couple that they're driving by and we have no one contesting at the rim. Just help each other, Blue. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Defense. Good job. Let's go. And we can just, whoever's coming up on our sides, switch. Yeah.
First-time captain Lexi Hull is doing her part for her team in that first half. 13 points, 5 of 8 from the floor, but her squad has work to do, down 16 at the half to Team Mitchell. Brendan Glasheen and the Hall of Famer Cheryl Swoops. We have Ari Chambers on the sideline. Great first half for Lexi Hull, but work to be done, and credit to Team Mitchell for really putting their foot down and building a lead.
Yeah, for Team Hull, Lexi Hull doing all she can do to keep her team in this game, but when the rest of the team is 8 for 29, you got to get some help from someone. On the other side, Team Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell, Zaya Cook, Maddie Seegers, they're all finding a way to get it done. And Lexi Hull just doing it from everywhere on the floor, just attacking the paint, nice crossover finish, and doing what she does well, offensive rebounding, keeping it high for a nice putback, getting blocks, turning defense into offense, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Lexi Hull needs to do that, but she also has to find a way to get some help. And for Team Mitchell, Zaya Cook first half, 17 boards because she was scoring in so many different ways, attacking the paint, nice pull-up behind the arc, finishing at the basket, attacking, nice cross. I love the aggressiveness from Zaya Cook in the first half, and she needs to try and continue to do that in the second half for Team Mitchell.
Zaya building on a personal best in AU in her first weekend. As a member of Athletes Unlimited, first half numbers, Team Mitchell, we told you, only made 3 threes on 22 tries yesterday. They make 5 in the first half. Both teams took care of the ball, Cheryl, but Team Mitchell was active on the glass.
Well, you know, it's interesting. That's one thing Lexi Hull said coming into the game was they had 20 turnovers yesterday. So she said, we have to take care of the ball. And they've done that in the first half. Their problem right now is offensively, just not finding any other offense from anybody besides Hull.
Lexi 5 of 8 from the floor. The rest of the team shooting 28%. 8 of 29. As second half action is underway here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Texas. Week 1 finale with a doubleheader. Team Hull, Team Mitchell, each team in search of its first win of opening weekend. And we are in for a treat. A pair of 2-0 teams in Team Sims and Team Gray coming up after this. Lexi Hull, splash.
It's nice. I love her pace. I love her patience coming off of the ball screen by Haley Jones.
Can Mitchell answer? Rebound Carson.
You know, Teresa Plaisance needs to find a way to get involved offensively for Team Hull.
Hull finishes over Hearn. 5-0 spurt by Lexi Hull all by herself. Team captain against team captain these last few possessions. See if they go back to Hull, who
the hot hand
is camped out in the corner. Picked up the dribble. Cheryl said Plaisance has not scored yet today. Flips off the mark. Ty Young off 1 foot. Got the friendly bounce.
It's nice, OG.
Ty, 3rd year in AU. Spent 12 years in the WNBA. Was an all-defensive selection in AU last season. Has a few blocks in the first couple of days. Captain against captain here.
Good D.
And Fever against Fever. Kelsey won that battle.
Ty Young, good D on Grace Berger. But Lexi Hull coming out to start this 3rd quarter on fire, using the ball screen by Jones really well, stepping back for a 3. She can continue to do that behind the 3. You got to respect it. Nice shot fake, put it on the floor. Nice little up and under over Air Hearn. Lexi has so many offensive weapons to her game, not just from behind the three. And then she's long, so a smaller guard defending her, she has the ability to take them down on the block and post them up.
Almost got her 7th point of the opening minutes of quarter number 3. You can feel the urgency in how Lexi is approaching these first couple of minutes of the third. Team Hull has not won a quarter yet today. Ruthie Hebert shaken up afterwards, so numbers here of 4 against 3 was building. Mitchell
pass
to Cook, gliding and got fouled. Zia Cook not shy to attack. 85% free throw shooter entering today, already 5 of 6 at the stripe. Here is our in-game leaderboard. So this leaderboard just features the game leaders between these two teams. Zia, the leader, with 266 points today. And that'll put her close to 600 total points on her leaderboard standing. Maddie Siegrist, who had a double-double night 1, a near double-double last night, 16 and 7. Has 11 and 6 today.
You know, it's so nice to have. I call certain players like a Maddie Siegrist like utility players because they can do so many things. And Maddie offensively is able and capable of scoring the basketball, but also on the defensive end. Being in help side a lot, but able to defend several different positions.
Quick 2 for Team Hull. Ruthie Hebert. 6 points, 5 boards. Hearn coming off the career high yesterday with 20 points. That's just 4 points in this one. Cook, tough turnaround. Grabbed her, own miss. And Mitchell had her feet tied up, took too many steps. (51-39), a 7-3 edge in the quarter for Team Hull. Kelsey Mitchell stays low on the other captain, Siegrist. That's a tough guard there. Hebert, who was drafted 2nd overall on Monday, has come to play the last 2 games.
I like the 2-man action right now with Lexi Hull and Ruthie Hebert.
Sure, that's what Lexi envisioned with the draft pick earlier in the week.
Well, and Ruthie Hebert feels like she has an advantage on the block with Maddie Siegrist. And, you know, I like to believe if you have something that's working, stay with it until the defense can stop it. But here, a 2-man game, Lexi Hull finding Ruthie Hebert, posting up low, just attacking the paint. Might have been an and one. I agree with you, Ruthie.
Ari Chambers is on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm right next to the TCU women's basketball team who has been really cheering every single time Ruthie gets the ball. That's because she's a part of the coaching staff, and it's really a part of the whole, if you can see her, you can be her thing. And we were talking about Chastity Melvin and Akila Mays about she's been there, she's done that. And, you know, Ruthie has been there and done that and is still doing that. And you hear the Go Ruth in the background, I don't know if you do, but Ruthie told me that AU was a confidence booster for her as well as a fun time and an opportunity to work on yourself, because as opposed to overseas play where you have to do what the coach tells you to do, this is a league where she gets to shine and do what she wants to do. And another thing about guidance, though, you see Essence on the court with her. You know, Cheryl likes to say the OG, the vet, the OG. She said Essence has been a great vet because Ruthie tends to wear her emotions on her sleeve, but Essence makes sure that she remains calm and stays even. Her mentality is, let me just stay even.
Well, and it's nice to have that veteran leadership. Not for reasons just like that, but it's also very convenient for Ruthie Hebert that she's playing in AU here in Dallas, seeing how she's an assistant coach with TCU Horned Frogs.
Just her first season, 25 years old after 4 years at Oregon. Kelsey Mitchell, in the meantime, adds another 3-pointer to her resume today. And Lexi Hull, the opposing captain, heads to the line. Just an 11-point game. And an 11-6 edge for Team Hull in the third. Lexi Hull, 20 points. Now 21, so back-to-back 20-point outings for the captain.
Lexi has just picked up where she left off yesterday. Again, not just on the offensive end, but defensively, she has guarded almost every player on the floor except for the post players. Not that she can, because she'll go guard them too if she has to.
That's that length of guard, 6'1". Kelsey Mitchell, triple number 4 of the game. At some point we knew she would get it right from deep.
Yeah, and Lexi runs back saying, that's my fault. You know, you have current teammates with the Indiana Fever again. I'm sure they guard each other a lot, so she was aware of that.
4:44 to play in the third. Team Mitchell, once led by 18, Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell, teammates in the summer, as Cheryl mentioned, in the WNBA. They are going at each other here in Dallas. Welcome back inside Fair Park Coliseum here in Dallas. Team Mitchell, a 12-point edge on Team Hull. But Lexi's squad is winning the quarter. As a reminder, coming up after this at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Note the time change from yesterday coming right up after this one. Alicia Gray, Team Gray taking on Odyssey Sims and Team Sims. Cheryl Swoops, it's going to be a good one.
I don't know if they're ready, but I know I am. We got two teams, 2-0. The thing I'm excited about in the next game is because both of these teams love to get out and run.
Sure.
I want to see who's going to be the team that can slow down the transition game better than the other. But it's going to be up and down.
Well, to your point, both teams feasted on scoring off their opponent's turnovers. So perhaps, too, who takes care of the ball the best?
Which could, and especially when you're playing up and down, that is going to be key.
Should be good. Two 2-0 teams entering today 3 of the top 4 on the leaderboard belong to Team Gray, and Tiffany Mitchell, Alicia Gray, and Natasha Cloud. Odyssey Sims in second place behind Alicia. Heading into the final day of week 1. 4 weeks, 4 teams, 40 athletes. Third year of AU. Hustle on the glass by Harrison, but the denial by Hebert.
Listen, I'm laughing because I love every time Ruthie Hebert does something well. Good pass,
Results
Lexi.
in 2 on the other end by McCray.
Her TCU players are like, yeah, coach. Ruthie Hebert is like, let me show these young bucks what I can do.
Too much on the 3 by Ty Young. Ruthie Hebert accepting her role coming off the bench the last 2 games. Had a double-double yesterday, 10 and 6 with 3 to play in the third. Mincy, no, rebound Young. Ty Young's got 11 rebounds in this one.
Well, it's not always about scoring. Ty Young has always been the type of player that she just figures out what her role is, where she belongs. If she needs to score, she can score. But right now, defensively, she's getting it done, as you said, rebounding the basketball.
How about the defense, Cheryl, of Ruthie Hebert?
Well, Ruthie Hebert again is like, let me show y'all what I can do. Didn't get the defensive rebound, but gets the block, allowing Team Hall to push in transition. Lexi Hall, nice up and under. Finding McCray for easy two.
Zaya Cook's second home is the free throw line. Gets there once again, 7 of 9 at the stripe today. Handful of substitutions by Team Mitchell. And this is a 9-point game with 2:40 left. Team Hall winning the quarter by 6, 17-11. Taj Cole has the assignment of Lexi Hall. Hebert going to work with the defense by Akila Mays. Mitchell dashes ahead, hits Cook in stride. Offensive rebound, Segrist no. And the loose ball corralled by Team Hall. Lexi gives it up. Right back to her feet. Hall, oh, a crisp bounce pass to Mitzi.
Nice. Ruthie Hebert didn't get that rebound, but she got a hand on it.
Kelsey Mitchell, that crossover is lethal. And a strong finish on this side by Akila Mays. I think we're noticing too with Hall, took a lot of the onus offensively early to score, but also has 5 assists. So understanding what the defense is going to present, make the adjustment. One-on-one with Cole, spinning, firing. Cole with straight up defense. Kelsey Mitchell prancing. Kelsey Mitchell.
I know she didn't make it, but she is so quick with the basketball. Nice take by Kelsey Mitchell, just not able to finish.
There's been so many of those, right? Like when we watch highlights, you got to get the basket to really feel the moment, but there have been so many of close calls like that.
Yeah, but with the basketball, she just pushes so fast. Just not able to get it to go down, but you gotta love how a player with the basketball in her hands can move and control the ball that fast, that easily.
Keeping up with the overall leaderboard, again, most of the players at the top from the 2 2-0 teams. In Team Sims and Team Gray, Maddie Segrist has leaped 6 spots to 15th, and Lexi Hull is in 16th. That's constantly changing, though, as we know, with stat points, quarter points. Segrist draws a foul with 1:01 to play, and a couple of free throws here for Maddie Segrist. Still a chance for Team Mitchell to upset Team Hull for the 3rd quarter win. Maddie Siegrist, nearly 2,900 points in her career at Villanova, finished 20th in the nation all time when she left the school. Knows how to fill it up, but you said this earlier, Cheryl. It's not just about scoring, and you said it. Maddie has so many other facets to her game.
Martin, she's just a competitor. You know, I've noticed her in the 3 games that they've played, being able to come out on the perimeter and defend on the perimeter, and down low being able to guard a bigger player on the block. She just gets it done.
On the break, Mincy. And that likely secures the quarter win for Team Hull, much needed. Taj Cole, Hezzy, and a finish.
Nice touch.
Taj Cole doesn't stop playing.
No, she's never going to stop playing. She plays hard. Doesn't matter what the score is, what time is on the clock. She just continues to play hard and compete on both ends of the floor.
4 points now. And the swat by Akila Mays. Some impact minutes defensively at the end of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Akila Mays just said, no, you might have me beat, but I'll take that.
6'5" center causing issues. 3 seconds for Kelsey Mitchell. Rewarding Mays.
Oh.
She couldn't deliver. Still, good minutes for Akila Mays in that 3rd quarter. We'll come back for the 4th quarter. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Behind the scenes of Athletes Unlimited Media Day for pro basketball, the 3rd season, year 2 in Dallas, Texas, here at the Fair Park Coliseum. Week 1 of 4. Great to have you with us. It is Sunday afternoon, the final day of week 1. Zia Cook, first year in AU, 20 points. 8 of 10 at the free throw line today. And Lexi Hull, a first-time captain with back-to-back 20-point performances, now 4 in her 2 years in AU. Brendan Glasheen, Cheryl Swoops, Ari Chambers with you. 4th quarter, Team Hull with some momentum similar to what we saw. And man, Akila Mays with her 3rd block, trying to keep this game intact for Team Mitchell.
Akila Mays just controlling the paint.
Flew out of nowhere. Two-handed stuff. Carson, good offense. Team Hall won the quarter a moment ago, 25-17. Defense on this end, Hebert and Mays just exchanging block strategies.
Oh, wow.
The entire Team Hall bench just emerged to meet their teammates. They believe it was a jump ball, but timeout Team Mitchell will take it as well and come right back to Dallas. Fourth quarter just underway, a timeout on the floor due to a tie-up between Team Hall and Team Mitchell. 2-0 lead for Team Hall here in the fourth. And in these final 9 minutes, 23 seconds, both teams and all 20 players are going to give their all to rack up as many points as possible before they suit back up on Thursday and Monday's the draft.
Yeah, and it's a 6-point game. Again, both of these teams looking for their first win. So this fourth quarter is going to be pretty big for both teams.
Eerily similar to what Team Hall did yesterday, trailed by 19 midway through the second. Yesterday, they were down by 18 points late in the second, and they've worked their way back in. Cook, points off turnovers have been minimal today. Cook up to 22. Zia Cook looks a lot more comfortable in this game compared to her first two. Air Hearn brings it up for Team Mitchell, up by 8. Hearn. Loose ball and another offensive rebound for Team Mitchell. Now 14 in the game.
That was a tough one.
Hearn, the hezzy, drew contact. and earns a trip to the line. Here are your movers of the week. Kirsten Bell. What a change a game makes for Kirsten Bell. She shot from 19th to 5th on the leaderboard with her performance at MVP yesterday. Tiffany Mitchell scoring in the high 20s. What else jumps out to you, Cheryl?
Well, besides those two, but Kirsten Bell had a phenomenal game as well as Tiffany Mitchell. But to your point, the quarter points, the game points, you add those to your individual stat points in addition to MVPs, you're absolutely going to find yourself moving up that leaderboard. The more points you can get off of quarter points, MVP points, individual stat points.
We'll do the best we can to keep you as up to date as possible. You can also check out the AU website, auprosports.com. There's a tab in the top right that takes you right to the leaderboard. Grace Berger, a sharp release to make it a 10-point game. Cook, Zaya Cook in her bag today. 24 for Zaya. Here's the overall board before our second game of our Sunday doubleheader. Alicia Gray, Tiffany Mitchell, and Natasha Cloud in the top 4 representing the Orange team, and Odyssey Sims in her usual spot. Taj Cole and 1. Now Team Mitchell is starting to turn Team Hall over, and they want to put this game away.
Yeah, but Air Hearn doing a nice job of keeping her head up, finding Taj Cole sprinting out for an easy 2, drawing the foul on Lexi Hall.
It's now 17 fast break points for the squad in purple. Team Mitchell leading the quarter 9-4. Haley Jones puts it on the deck. Has been an elite finisher as a first year for most of the weekend. Kelsey Mitchell, give her another triple, her 5th of the game.
It's one of those things, when she lets it go, you know it's good.
It was only a matter of time. 2 of her first 13 from deep. Today, 5 of 8. Oh, Ruthie Hebert. Do it for the young ones.
That was nice, Ruthie. Little double clutch.
Taj Cole wants to go back to work in the paint. Finds the cutter. Zaya Cook off ball has been exceptional today. 3 to shoot. Mitchell again. Kelsey Mitchell, cold-blooded. 6th three-pointer today, and the lead is up to 17 for Team Mitchell.
Yeah, but you knew it was just a matter of time. Kelsey Mitchell was going to bounce back from that game she had yesterday.
Team Mitchell now 9 of 22 from deep, 41%. Oh, Kelsey's looking for more. Kelsey Mitchell. Heat check?
You think so? I'll take it.
And Lexi Hull draws a foul and heads to the line. Let's welcome in our latest Chair Chat participant. Air Hearn is with us. Air, can you hear us?
Air Hearn is with you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. We got the lead right now. I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing fantastic.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure for your team, Cheryl and I discussed both teams 0-2, trying to get off to a good start, right? Which was a struggle yesterday, but you won that first quarter. You won that second quarter as well. How does your team take care of business and finish this one?
Simply, it's Sunday. It's the Lord's day. We want to be victorious today. Simple.
I love simple. And that was a great answer. So, word on the street, because I wasn't here, But word on the street is you were balling in the scrimmage.
I was. She was. Humbly.
She was?
I was.
Humbly. Well, was that the Lord's Day, too?
We didn't play. I don't think we played last Saturday.
Yeah, 'cause every day could be the Lord's Day.
I'm
right?
I'm Miss Child.
So here's my question for you. What was your mindset coming into AU this season?
My mindset was just, to be honest, the biggest thing was confidence. I took a year to prepare. I did not go overseas. I just took a year to work on myself. I knew I needed to work on little details because this is good professional basketball. So just coming in with the mindset, that preparation, it gives me confidence. So just stand locked in and knowing that I have prepared for the moment that is coming for me. Just breeding confidence and then hopefully, you know, just bleeding that out to whatever team I'm placed on.
Ahern with 4:39 to go. We appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys.
Good stuff. Best of luck. Third year. You know what you're doing around here. So
Yeah.
best of luck on that leaderboard and hope you rise up.
Thank you so much. Have a blessed one.
84-65. A treat to talk to Ahern. Just a gentle presence that can ease your day. If I talk to Ahern for an entire day. 19-18, Mitchell leading here in the fourth. Let's remind our viewers again, today is Sunday, the final day of week 1. So they reset. All 40 players head to the draft tomorrow. 36 players are drafted. Every single week, the purple team will have the first pick. And the top 4, based on this order, it's the same order every week: gold, orange, blue, purple. And they'll do it again for a second week in a row. They'll do it all 4 weeks. And the best part is the athletes keep the same numbers for the broadcasters. Anyway, Cheryl Swoops, that begs the question. Who comes to mind for Monday's draft? Who are you liking so far?
See, I love how y'all put me on the spot. But, so here's my thing. Before I reveal my draft picks,
a prelude.
You also have to take it in consideration who I think may be captains, right? So when you look at my list, you're like, well, where's Cloud, Mitchell Sims, Alicia Gray? Well, I think the 4 of them could potentially be captains, so they're not on here. But if I'm drafting, my first pick is going to be Emily Engstler. Why? Because she just can do everything. She plays hard, she competes, she rebounds, she scores. She's a dog, and I love dogs on my squad. Ray Burrell, I love the energy she plays with, the competitiveness she plays with. She rebounds, she scores. An athlete, so you can't go wrong with her. Haley Jones, Kirsten Bell. If Lexi Hall isn't a captain, because she could maybe find herself there, I absolutely got to draft Lexi Hall. And to me, there's so many other ones I could have picked with the vets and also the newcomers. But I'm going to roll the dice with my picks.
It's so challenging, right? Because you're looking at the first 2 games, and there is a game today, and Zia Cook and Kelsey Mitchell could very well be available. And they have both scored north of 20 points.
Well, so you're saying, who am I going to trade? Can we make trades? Maybe. But yeah, it is hard because when you look at coming into this game, right, so Kelsey Mitchell was a captain. And there's no doubt in my mind that Kelsey Mitchell would be a player that I would want on my team. Zia Cook having a great game today. But I also look at players and say, like, what are her strengths? What are her weaknesses? Can she defend multiple positions? And a player like an Engstler and Alexi Hall, they absolutely can do that. And Kirsten Bell is just a flat-out shooter. She is going to shoot that thing all day long.
Thinking back to the draft, too, Ruthie Hebard was at the top of the board. Some other bigs that presented matchup problems. Ahern, though, was a guard at 5'8" that can rebound the basketball, had 8 boards last night. I'm very fascinated to see how these younger bigs that have made quite the impact defensively to lead into offense, if captains take that into account. And we say all that, you better tune into the next game, because you get the feeling that several players from the gold squad, or very well the orange squad in Team Gray and Team Sims, end up having multiple players as captains. So I want to get into that next game, the breakups that could occur, right?
Yeah, because that could be really interesting. When you look at, you know, Team Sims and Team Gray, for me, I look at Team Sims, right? And I'm like, Odyssey probably will be a captain on tomorrow. And will she be able to draft Kirsten Bell? I don't know. Someone else is probably going to take her before then.
Yeah.
But that little combo, they go all the way back to last season. Odyssey absolutely sees something in Kirsten Bell that she wants on her team.
Lexi Hull having a day, 25 points. And on the other side, Alicia Gray, first-time captain, takes Tiffany Mitchell third with her first pick, and Natasha Cloud sixth with her second pick. As of right now, Cloud and Tiffany Mitchell are captains. So the breakup occurs. But a lot could change.
The next game will absolutely determine a lot as far as where they finish on the leaderboard and who will be captains on Monday. I'm excited to see it.
You want to be sure to tune in to the draft at 1 p.m. Eastern. You can find all coverage on auprosports.com and the Athletes Unlimited YouTube page. Here is your current top 10. Alicia Gray, Sims, Mitchell, Cloud. So 3 of the top 4 on Team Gray. Emily Yanksler, who Cheryl said is her first pick, if indeed she is available and not a captain. And I'll tell you what, you go towards the bottom there, like Ray Burrell, Sequoia Holmes, Adut Bulgak, players that have really embraced their roles.
Yes.
I really thought that was what stood out to me, and it makes sense why they're up there.
Oh, and that's the thing, when you look at that, there are players like Yanksler, Bell, Burrell, all 3 of them who are playing in the next game could find themselves at the top of their leaderboard and could possibly be captains. So then it just totally screws up my draft.
You're gonna have a popsicle headache trying to figure it out. But we're excited for it and excited for game 2 of our doubleheader. That is must-see coming up at 4:30 local time, 5:30 Eastern. Great to have you all with us on the WNBA app and the Bally Sports Networks. 3:30 left, 85-69. Ruthie Hebert putting on a show for the TCU faithful today.
Yeah, Ruthie is balling. Yes.
Me here is drilled from behind and earns a trip to the line. Ruthie Hebert, 14 points, 7 rebounds, has 3 blocked shots. Me here with a quiet day, coming off the bench for the first time this weekend. First-year forward out of South Carolina. Same for Zaya Cook. Gamecocks held on today. We had that game going before our game started today. Gamecocks against Tennessee.
Which was a really good game. But yeah, Dawn Staley always finds a way to get it done. And can I say Rakia Jackson? I am a fan. That kid is going to have a nice program.
Lexi Hull has been dialed in from the start. 31 on 10 of 19 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 of 9 at the free throw line, 6 boards, 5 assists, has her fingerprints all over this one, despite her team trailing. Still some time here, 13-point game, 2:51 left. Team Hull won the 3rd quarter, trails the 4th quarter by 5. And Lexi Hull just hit a new career high in scoring in an AU game with 31. Each team in search of its first win of the weekend. Hebert is caught for a travel. That was tough, being down 5. Could have made it a 1-possession game. Me here. Splits through two defenders.
That's tough.
Was tangled up and then found a way to emerge. Grace Berger, fever to fever. Layup couldn't go. Kelsey Mitchell having her best day by far of the weekend with 22, so shifty. Draws a few defenders, Amihere. 7-point lead in the quarter for Team Mitchell, trying to win 3 out of 4 quarters today.
Good D.
Haley Jones commits her 4th foul.
Soraya McGuire just doing a nice job being at the right place at the right time to draw that charge.
We had been sensing throughout the weekend, Team Mitchell just had not shot the ball as well as they were capable of. We highlighted Air Hearn before the game, and the irony is Hearn didn't have her best day, but other players stepped up and delivered as we are accustomed to watching them. Yes, 0-2, but that first game on Thursday night went right down to the wire against a really good Team Sim squad. Kelsey Mitchell splits the trip. 10 straight games in double figures scoring, jump ball. By the way, congrats to Kelsey, who reached 10,000 career leaderboard points the other night. Only Odyssey Sims, Natasha Cloud, Izzy Harrison, and Lexi Brown have done that in the 3-year history of AU.
And it's no surprise that Kelsey Mitchell is the 5th.
3-time captain. What's also, again, very intriguing because of the success of, what a pass, what a pass. In the breadbasket for Jones.
Beautiful pass, beautiful catch and finish.
What can't Lexi Hull do?
I don't know. We know she can sing, she can chew gum and sing at the same time.
Give her flowers.
Such a nice job of keeping her head up. Like, that pass was on the money because Soraya McGuire tried to get a fingertip on it, but it was perfectly placed for only Haley Jones to catch and finish in transition.
Jump ball is won by Team Mitchell. Kelsey chased it down, 1:20 to play. Ooh, crossover, separate, fire, leave it short. Kelsey was in search of her 7th 3. I think what I was mentioning earlier, Cheryl, we've talked about this a few times. Fascinated if indeed Kelsey is not near the top of the leaderboard and is available in the player pool. She could create a dangerous tandem with whoever is the captain,
goodness.
right?
Oh my goodness, yeah, she easily could. And today with them, let's see, Team Mitchell, they've already won 2 quarters. Probably going to win the game, another 180 points. Looks like they're going to win the 3rd quarter, along with all of her individual stat points. Will she be an MVP? Like, if she's not a captain, then she would be my first pick.
I wonder if Lexi Hull, we'll find out after the game and reveal the MVP points. If Lexi could still win an MVP one like she did yesterday in a loss, leading the game in scoring, leading the game in assists. Curious. 29.6 remaining in the game.
But here's the thing, right? So even if all of those things happen for Lexi, if she's an MVP 1, 2, or 3, let's just say 1. Her individual stat points, they only won 1 quarter. She would still need a lot of help because everyone that's at the top of the leaderboard right now, they're about to play in game 2.
Right.
So you know they're already going to get some more individual points, quarter points, win points. So it's going to be pretty tough.
Well, and that was, I think, why some of those win points were adjusted from last year to this year. You get 60 now for quarter wins as opposed to 50. Instead of 150 for the game, you get 180. So there's more of an incentive. There's a balance between chasing stats and then winning quarters and games. Final 5 seconds for Team Hull. Down 5 in the quarter, and they won't get a shot off. First win of the weekend for Team Mitchell, led by their captain, Kelsey with 23, 6 of 11 from deep. Zaya Cook with 24. We'll step aside, but come right back with us here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas. Welcome back in Fair Park Coliseum. Congrats to Team Mitchell winning its first game of week 1. Ari Chambers standing by with the standout.
With the standout, Brendan says. Look, you walked into this game, game 3, knowing that you had to win to prove yourself. What went right today?
I think it was just a mindset. I think yesterday it was just everything went wrong that could possibly go wrong. And so, all you could do is turn the page. And I think for me, it was having that mentality to go be who you are. And utilize my team in the process, obviously, but the mindset is to go out with a win for sure.
Even though everything went wrong, so you said you still got to 10,000 points on the leaderboard in general. So what is the key to longevity and greatness in Athletes Unlimited?
I think you gotta slow walk it. It's not nothing you do fast and try to get there as soon as possible. It's gonna be times where these weeks I'm gonna catch up to certain people, and you're myself included, and you gotta be smart. And so as the time goes, in Athletes Unlimited, you gotta be smart with your minutes and your body. And I think for me, once we really get into that home stretch, I think I'll be really great.
What strategy did you have going in, knowing that you can shoot and really carry, but to utilize the rest of your team? Because we saw some great glimpses from Zaya, Akila. Everybody really stepped up.
When I picked my team, I knew I was taking a risk as far as not having everything that I would possibly need to play against other great WNBA players. But I wanted to take a risk, and I think my team utilized me and vice versa. And so it's always good to utilize everybody around you, so that means everybody can be great.
You know, we already talked about how you did go into this game today without a win. What did you say to your team in practices and shoot around to get them motivated for today?
I think for me it was about playing unselfishly. I think down the stretch we were all kind of unselfish and kind of looking for that big aha moment and try to get back all in one. And so transitioning to this game, it was about making sure that we did what we needed to do for all of us and not just one of us.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys figured it out because it was a dominant showing. Back to you, Brendan and Cheryl. Thank you.
All right, Kelsey Mitchell, congrats. The team captain, her third captain nod of her AU career, and a sigh of relief. Got a victory on the final day. And Zia Cooke, let's not leave her out of the discussion, Cheryl. She was outstanding.
Well, yeah, Zia Cooke, along with Kelsey Mitchell and others, is the reason why Team Mitchell is walking away with this W. Zia Cooke was deadly from deep. 6 of 11 from behind the arc, 8 for 15 from the field. But she scored in so many different ways, attacking the paint, drawing fouls, knocking down trays, pushing in transition. Zia Cooke had herself a game today.
She sure did. And curious to watch how Zia and Kelsey and how all of these players, the 20 athletes featured in our first game, fare when they hit the draft on Monday. Here are the final stats. 9 threes for Team Mitchell, 6 of them from the captain, Kelsey Mitchell. They kept their turnovers down. Big impact on the glass. And they got out and ran today, Cheryl, with 19 fast break points.
And that is something that Team Mitchell, even coming into game 1, game 2, they have the personnel where they can get out, they can push in transition. And today just happened to be one of those days where it worked for them. 19 fast break points. Kelsey Mitchell will probably take that all day.
Sure would. I think Zia Cooke would, too, standing by with Ari.
Zia's over here checking the phone, but you know what? You dropped off. You popped out today. So what went right for you today?
I think I just wanted to go out there and have fun. I think I've been in my head a few other games, and I just wanted to come out here and have fun. That was the biggest thing I kept telling myself.
You know, Athletes Unlimited in general is all about community and sisterhood and things like that, especially having a captain as a coach. What did Kelsey say to you going into the game?
She told me that she wanted me to kill, and she said this was the first game that she's actually seen me have that killer mentality, and she wanted me to keep it for the rest of the AU time. So she's right.
What's your goal for Athletes Unlimited?
My goal is just to be who I am, to prove that I deserve to be here, to prove that I deserve to be in the league, just show my talent.
You know, somebody who's been showing her talent is the Dawn Staley, and I know this is about Athletes Unlimited, but y'all finished unblemished. So what message do you have for the Gamecock?
Hey, we got to go ahead and win this national championship because I've been talking too much stuff, so they got to hold up for me, you know? So we're going to get that. We're going to get that for sure.
Look, Cheryl's cackling. I want to throw it back to Cheryl and Brittany because I know she got some words for them.
I was just going to say, yes, Zia has been talking.
2022 national champion at South Carolina, Zia Cooke. Here is your updated leaderboard. So some players in purple and blue do rise up towards the top. Siegrist, Hearn. Also saw Lexi Hall. Of course, this is all subject to change based on what we see in our second game, but can't leave out these players that had great days. And Natasha Cloud, Emily Engsler, Kirsten Bell, Ray Burrell, those are the names I'm kind of curious about. Like you've talked about, Cheryl, who is going to sneakily find themselves in that top 4 with the other common customers?
Well, I mean, it's going to be hard to move those top 4. Gray, Mitchell, Cloud, Sims. It's going to be really hard. But there are players. Emily Engsler's good for a double-double. Ray Burrell's good for a double-double. That's only going to add more points to their leaderboard total. Game 2 is going to be good.
The top 2 on the leaderboard are both captains, and they square off in the second game of our Sunday doubleheader. Alicia Gray, #1 in AU in scoring through 2 games, #1 in three-pointers made, while Odyssey Sims has been very busy at the free throw line, scoring the points, #1 in assists. This is a great matchup coming up here, Cheryl. We'll have it with you at 5:30 Eastern on the WNBA app and on the Bally Sports Networks. Our final score, once again, here from the Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Team Mitchell 90, Team Hall 77. First win for Team Mitchell of the weekend. AU basketball continues today. 5:30 Eastern, Team Gray faces Team Sims. Check out where to watch on the AU website. For Cheryl Swoops, Ari Chambers, the entire crew, Brendan Glasheen. Thanks for watching.